So Arnold, as a director, it's not easy shooting. As much as we love the Uber and it brings in so many characters and allows you to tell so many stories, it's difficult to shoot with a moving vehicle, right?
Yes. Lucy's laughing because she knows exactly where I am when we are shooting. I mean, let me try and just give two answers to your first question and to this one. So, as Lucy says, she hands over to the team that now does the production on the ground. So it's now my job to take that vision that has been created by the writers and the executive producers and now make it happen. So when they say the character is this type of character, it's my job to make sure the actor is able to bring that out. If they say this is the field we are going for, it's my job to talk now to the very different departments, the cinematographer, the sound department, the whatnot, to try and figure out what is the best way to make this happen. So what is the best camera angle, what is the best movement for the characters, blocking that tells that story. So my job is just basically to make sure I tell the story as has come down from the executive producers and the writers. So that's it in a nutshell. For Njoro, when we started out, we had very many different ideas on what we wanted to do. And there was a time where we even considered green screen, I remember, with Lucy. And what it came down to was that we were doing a realistic show. We were doing a show that is about Nairobi, that is about the characters and the people we find in Nairobi. And it wouldn't have made sense if then we went ahead and did green screens and gave you a vision of Nairobi that isn't real on the ground. So we scrapped that idea and decided to throw the director into the car, which means part of my job on Joro is figuring out where I am going to sit as we shoot. Because we're on the road and we're driving. So if it's two characters, one at the front, one at the back seat, I find a way to squeeze myself into the passenger seat. But sometimes the passenger seat needs to be seen just so we can see the full back seat as well. So I have to really squeeze into the window. Other times, if there's people at the back and there's somebody at the front, I have to sit where the legs are. Sometimes if the whole car, yeah, right at the bottom. I have a director's chair that the crew made for me that is basically a newspaper that I sit on. Yeah. And if if the car is full, it's to hop into the boot. Yeah, with the sound guy. So obviously we need a sound guy with us. And it's just part of the logistics of shooting Joro. It's you have to be on the move with those guys. You have to be in the same space with them so that you can talk to and give direction to the actors. And so yeah, it's maneuvering your way into those spaces. So I've been a contortionist in a way.
Have you become a yogi where sometimes you're contorted?
Exactly. I had to. It made me fit. That's for sure.
Okay, cool. Now I'm going to ask each of you. We've talked enough about these shows, but I'm sure there's somebody who hasn't watched Bashita, who hasn't watched Selena, and who has not yet met Njoro wa Uba. Can you give us a favorite scene of yours from your particular show? For you guys, I think maybe Lucy, you do Bashita, and Arnold, you do Njoro wa Uba. Ruben, we'll start with you while these two think and chew on their lips.
There are many moments. I think when a character called Biko fell off the cliff. The day Nelson realized that Patricia was not the mother, I think there's also a scene when Selena was playing Julia and then they managed to bust her. Yeah, there are several moments. After 730 episodes, surely there can't be one. I have very fond memories of those scenes. I think we shot Nelson music videos in CBD. Also, that was quite something for me. Yeah.
Oh, like shooting right in the middle of Nairobi, like in the central business district.
Yeah, we shot in the CBD on the streets at 11 p.m. night. We got a water bowser, sprayed water on the tarmac. So there have been very many good moments. Also, it's a lot of hard work, and it's very expensive.
Yes.
But very fulfilling.
I mean, even the house you shoot in, I'm sure that rent is not too bob.
It's production is expensive, and good content is expensive.
Yeah, and it's grueling to create. You guys work very long hours. I think you're on set, what, 5 days or 6 days a week?
6.
We, 1 week we do 5 days, another week we do 6 days. We try not to do 7.
7.
Are you complaining?
Yeah, but it also, the difficult moments is when certain emotional scenes begin to take toll on actors, and that becomes, maybe because I've been an actor before, that becomes a bit tough for me. But all of us, we enjoy what comes out of the hard work and the effort that everyone brings on board, both cast and crew and wardrobe and guys who do hair. So for me, my budget for hair and wardrobe and shoes, I know things, I don't have hair, but now I know where to buy. I don't know what hair for how much.
Actually, because I've also produced some shows, right? You do your budget, and then when you come to hair and makeup, you're like, Allah, all this money.
Lucy, imagine, I know what a corset is. Imagine. I mentioned it. And my wife looked at me like, huh? Where did you know that? But I've learned a lot.
You not only know that, you know exactly where to get one.
Where to get one and how it's used. So there's a lot of detail. There's a lot of detail and a lot of because the show is very aspirational. So there's always the push and the demand for one to be able to not only be with the trends, but try to almost like set a pace on what the trends should be.
Now, do you have the DStv app? Make sure you download it. And if not, you can dial *423# for the best shows in Kenya on DStv and also on GoTV. So that's *423# to stay connected or to get connected. These shows, Vashita is on every single Wednesday at 7:30. Njorowa Uba is on Thursdays at 8 on Maisha Magic East, and Selena 8:30 every single weekday, Monday to Friday, and all these shows are on Maisha Magic East. So make sure you dial *423# and yes, watch the best shows in Kenya.